Okay, so I'm going to say something about this, okay? I've been letting this go and letting this go. I know who this person is, okay? I just can't promise you what their name is because so far this person here headlines with a voice, signs off all of her videos, Nancy Morganhart. Okay, but it's not no Nancy Morganhart. Commonly known as Rev Michelle Hopkins, who got married and became Rev Michelle Mann, who works for NASA. Yeah, an employee of the establishment. I don't care if it's NASA, CDC, the WHO, okay, the government itself, okay. I don't care, okay. CIA, military industrial complex, they're all in bed together, okay. But see, Rev Michelle Hopkins, okay, Rev Michelle Mann after she got married, Roy Potter, you know, Lieutenant Roy Potter, yeah, I do believe it's Lieutenant, yeah. Then we have, back in the day. But just the point of this is right here. This is what I'm going to show you. And this is why. This is why you have to go look for yourself, okay? And you cannot just believe what you're hearing online. Because this gal is clearly an employee of the establishment who's really good at reading radar because she's done it for a living. That's right. Really good with radar. She can look at the radar and track a storm and tell you all about it and tell you all about the atmosphere and everything because she's got it all down pat. Oh, she sure does. Yes, she does. And she is really good, really well spoken and reads that radar as a professional because, well, look who she worked for. Look who she was working for. NASA. Look at her ties. Military. That's right. I already looked into this years ago. And I knew who I was looking at then. And I know who I'm looking at now. Nancy Morganhart. Sorry. But you have a very unique voice. Rev Michelle Hopkins. Nancy Morganhart. Rev Michelle Mann. Let's just say it's not Rev Michelle. Let's say it's not Rev, Rev at all. Let's just say Michelle, Nancy, Peggy, Sue, Margaret, Kathy, Karen, Debbie, whoever you are, okay? Because obviously you're not giving the world your real name, are you? Of course you're not. You're not no Nancy Morganhart, that's for sure. If you are, please show me your birth certificate, will you? Just so I can confirm, and your ID, your license, so I can confirm and match it to your birth certificate so I know I got the real you. Anyhow, pay attention here. CDC issues double mask order, enforcing through criminal penalties. Okay. So, I listened to her 2-minute, 52-second spill. She's manipulated the words, she's added words, and she's pushing fear porn that was never said. Oh, but she would never lie to you. Look at all these thumbs up. Okay? She would never lie. No, it's because she works for the... No, she don't work for no establishment. She's a good, honest Joe. Let's take a look at Mrs. Honest Joe here. CDC issues sweeping mask mandate for planes, public transportation in the U.S. Now remember, this is not CDC, but here's Sloppy Joe's video. Okay, right here, we get over this dang commercial shit. Yeah, I paused it. I don't want you hearing sound right now. They're showing you their hogwash. Okay, let me get through this. Oh, there's Anthony fucking Criminal. There's the criminal himself. Yeah, that was the scumbag criminal you were looking at right there. Okay, come on, are you going to come up with it? Maybe not. Well, we had Uncle Joe in here earlier when I was looking at this, but since then, I guess they've changed it up. So I'm glad I get the sound off, huh? Because they can't make their mind up what they're playing on their ads on this computer. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, skip. Okay, well, we had Sloppy Joe in here earlier. Oh, no, we don't. There he is right there. Excuse me, because I read this earlier when I was up and I was looking into this. Okay. So, anyhow, here's Sloppy Joe right here. Yep, here's Uncle Joe.
No vaccines. The fact is that they're the single best thing we can do. They're more important than the vaccines because they take time to work. And if we do this as Americans, the experts say by wearing a mask from now until April, we'd save more than 50,000 lives.
Okay, now of course I don't agree with him because of course I know that's complete bullshit and your experts are all liars who's been paid. Okay, who has been paid to lie to you, just like he is. He's lying to you. He knows he's lying to you too. He's pathetic. He's a loser. He's just like the reality. Lie after lie after lie. But you know, the reason I brought this up and you say, well, but this is not the CDC bill. Yeah. You use some other site other than the CDC, and look what you're showing me, and I don't care what he said with the CDC, because it's not from the CDC. This is a story like she was telling a story. The CDC prepared transportation mask required last year, but was blocked by the Trump and White House. Oh, yes, just give me a break, okay? And the controversy goes on. But I'll tell you what, you've never isolated a virus. No, you've never isolated the virus ever, not even from day one. You have absolutely no evidence that a virus exists because it was never isolated. Oh, and every time you use your PCR test created by Kerry Mullen, there's so much evidence on that fraudulent test. I mean, you know, because it could never have been. The guy who created it, Kerry Mullen, was given an award in 1981 for creating the test. And the very man that created the test they're using to test you with openly told everybody it could never be used for what they're using it for. Which makes every single time they do the test, it's fraud. We have thousands and thousands and thousands of cases of fraud all over the world right now. Because for every single test they done was fraud. Because they already knew. They already knew it was going to get false positives and false negatives. False, that's right. Because it's not able to diagnose something in a virus at all. And then they never isolated a virus, so they don't have a virus to begin with. It's all fraud. It's all lies. But let's go to the CDC's website. Oh, by golly, look where I'm at. There you go. Requirements for face mask in public transportation. Oh, look at the date. Oh, yeah, see? It's only a couple days old. This was their latest update. I'm on their website. I was looking through the website. I see nothing where they say double mask. No, they're not saying double mask anywhere. The only spot you're going to see being reported about wearing double mask is right here from an employee of the establishment who's pushing fear porn, who manipulated the entire thing and then came up with her manipulated version. That's what she's paid to do, don't you understand? Okay? Right here, CDC has issued an order that requires the face mask to be worn by all travelers while on public transportation, which includes all passengers and all personal operating, conveniences. People must wear masks that completely cover both the mouth and the nose while awaiting a boarding or disembarking or traveling on airplanes, ships, ferries, trains, subways. Do you catch my drift? Taxis, share rides, and the list goes on and on. I'm looking for the word must wear double mask, you know. You must wear two of them. That's right, you must double them up. And I was looking for that, and I'm on the CDC's website. Oh, how do you think I was able to take you down to the part that talked about the mask right away? Because I've already been here. Okay? Board only people who wear masks. Okay? Introducing people wearing a mask. Okay? Meets requirements of federal law. I want to bring something about that too. There is no mandated law. Well, Biden, he signed an executive order. That's not a law. No, laws are voted in. Laws come through the House. Laws are something that has to take time and process and has to be voted for. It's not signed at the stroke of a pen. There ain't no law signed at the stroke of a pen. And even if you had a legit law that was created and told you had to fucking slice your throat, if you're stupid enough to slice your throat, if you're stupid enough to cut off your breathing and die, well, then you deserve that because you were stupid enough to follow corruption. Nobody has a right to tell you to wear something that doesn't protect you from nothing. No, masks don't protect you from nothing. Never have and never will. What they will do is allow you to get bacteria and dirty crap around the mask to furtherly drive your health down. What they will do is cause you to breathe back in your exhaled oxygen, which is CO2, which is poison. So what do we need CO2 for? Oh, that's right, the grass, the fields, the trees, the weeds, the plants, they all breathe CO2. What do they exhale? Oh, yes, the life form called trees and grass and fields of farm fields and weeds and so on that you look at every day and when you're outside and you see all this around you. They're life forms and they breathe in CO2. And they exhale oxygen. Do you know anybody that breathes oxygen, by the way? Oh, don't believe me? Go do your homework. It's fucking ridiculous how they lie to you openly and just get by with it because you all don't look into nothing. And here's some factual evidence of people who don't look into squat. See this? And I bet you the majority of her audience will believe every word she said. And they will really believe they're requiring double mask. Yeah. Meanwhile, while she knows she took and twisted and manipulated the words, she read some of what's on the CDC's website here. Oh, yes, she did. If you listen to her video, you see she clearly read some of this, but she manipulated it. She twisted it. She didn't say everything word for word. She added her own. Yeah. To create fear porn. To scare her. What is what an employee of the establishment does. For the tool that kept you all enslaved, money. See, you can't win. Because as long as you're worried about what's keeping you all enslaved, as long as you've lost your ability to care about right and wrong, and you don't have to require evidence, just somebody says something nowadays, no evidence required. Laws are signed in at the sign of a pen now, no longer voted for. It's a law because we said so. No, it's not. It's tyranny. It's terrorism and tyranny committed by these entities. Right here. A terrorist organization. That's what this stands for. terrorist organization. It's not the Center of Disease Control. It's privately owned. The WHO. They're not no World Health Organization. They're a World Genocide Organization. And this right here is another link to the Genocide Organization. These people are teaching how to commit genocide by lying to you. They want you to believe a mask is going to protect you from something. The mask don't protect you from nothing. Never has and never will. No lie. Never has and never will. I don't care what virus is out there. There is airborne pathogens. Oh, yes, there is. But the mask can't protect you from it. No. I know this from living experience. Real life experience. I know this from. See, so I don't care what your so-called experts or scientists say. They've all been paid off, man. They've all sold out. Because after all, it is about getting ahead, isn't it? Yeah. It's all about getting ahead. It's all about winding up somebody else. It's all about the game. That's right. But anyhow, I'm going to get on out of here, but I wanted to make a reply at this BS, okay? So my suggestion to you is you take the time to do your homework and you take time to look into things. And when you see something like this, okay, double mask wearing, ordered, and you listen to somebody like this, my advice is don't go to where she's telling you can read the story. She's promoting you to come to her own website to read the official story. Why would you do that? Why would you go to her website to read the official story when you can come on here and you can Google any updates on it? That's right, and you can read here. And this one will pretty much match what's said here on the CDC's website itself. See, that's right, I went right to the CDC. Looked around their site and found their mask and looked for their updates. And this is your last update on mask. January 29th, today's the 1st of 2021. So they updated this a couple of days ago. She comes up and tells you that blah, blah, blah. She told you BS. That's what she told you. And of course, they're going to tell you BS and tell you how it's protecting you. You know, they're going to give you the criminal's advice. You know, the criminal who's robbing everybody blind right now and helping to commit genocide and scaring the shit out of people. You know, these criminals who is stealing everything they can get their hands on, who don't give a flying F about anybody but themselves, like the rest of our world, sick. But the next time you hear something, you go look. Go look for yourself. That's just what I've done right in your face. Don't buy into bullshit pushed out by Rev. Michelle Hopkins, Rev. Michelle Mann, Nancy Morgan Hart. Oh, they're all one and the same person. Yeah. Guaranteed, take it to the bank. This gal's known as Rev. Michelle Hopkins, calling herself Nancy Morgan Hart. Yeah, it is the one and the same gal. And she was employed through NASA. You got pictures of her up on military ships as well. She's been an employee of the establishment all along, okay? And of course she thinks she's fooling people. And she is overall. She really is. She's not fooling me though. I know that voice. Oh my God, do I know that voice, and I know exactly who this is. I just don't know the name because you can't trust what falls out of its mouth. No, you cannot trust what falls out of its mouth. Or you'll be really sorry you did. But don't worry, there is no double mask order. There really isn't. This is a lie. She just manipulated and lied to you. And I already knew she was. I've been watching her for a little while now, and I knew who it was. And when I first run onto her, and I knew who it was, I went back to her other site, Rev Michelle Hopkins, I went back to her page on YouTube. She hasn't been doing much over there. She took down a lot of videos from over there. And she's got some new videos up, and she's changed the tone of her voice over there. She's talking a lot lower pitched now, a little softer, so she can manipulate you, because over here she's talking the way she used to talk over there. Yeah. But once you've talked to this person in real life, which I have, and you've listened to the voice enough, very unique voice, guaranteed, take it to the bank. It's one and the same. This is Rev Michelle Hopkins, who got married and became Rev Michelle Mann, who's now calling herself Nancy Morganhart. So my question is, since I know you're not Nancy, as far as I'm concerned, you're not Michelle neither. Who knows what your name is? Debbie, Sue, Paula, whatever your name is. Okay? You're not going to tell the public that because you're too busy manipulating and lying to them, ain't you? Yeah, of course you are. So do yourself a favor, people. Go look into shit for yourself. Don't buy the Kool-Aid, okay? Do not buy the Kool-Aid. Okay, I just thought I'd show you. I'm not playing her video because I don't want her to be using an excuse that, here we get copyright, No, so I didn't play your video. I just showed your title to your video. That's right. And I'm even going to give it a like right in front of you so that you can find her link. You can find her video on my page this way, okay? Because I want you to be able to find her. And I want you to remember what you just saw right here. So I just made it so you could find her if you don't know where she's at. Okay? And then you can listen to her for yourself. And then all you got to do is come to the CDC's website, Google it, come to the official website itself, read what you read, and remember what you heard her say. And you'll actually have what they said, not what she said. Anyhow. With that being said, I'm out here, guys.